The Last Stand of Fox Company, a true story of U.S. Marines in combat, by Bob Drury and Tom Clavin. Narrated by Michael Prichard. Copyright 2009 by Bob Drury and Tom Clavin. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with Grove Atlantic Incorporated and was produced in the year 2009 by Tantor Media Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Prologue. November 2nd to 4th, 1950. Only the officers knew that the dark railway tunnel a few hundred yards up the road marked the official entrance to the Sudong Gorge. The enlisted men didn't carry maps, but they sensed it. Over the past several miles the broad rice paddies and vineyards, the neat rows of persimmon trees, and the tiny farmhouses with their empty ox carts had disappeared and had been replaced by the stark granite hills of upper North Korea. "Injun territory," one of the Marines said. A few others forced a grim laugh. To most of the Marines, hostile terrain had begun as soon as they'd crossed the 38th parallel and started the long slog north. Still, that dark tunnel looked ominous. They were Fox Company, and just before they rounded the sharp bend in the road and humped into the tunnel, they spotted Dog Company engaged in a firefight, maybe half a mile to the west, along the slopes of one of the Broken Tooth Mountains. They found this strange. By this point in the war, more than 4 months since Kim Il-sung's invasion of South Korea, and 6 weeks after the United States' successful counterattack at Incheon, the North Koreans could be counted on to cut and run at the first sign of Americans. But Dog Company seemed to be meeting serious opposition, and some of the Marines in Fox Company began to wonder if the regimental commander's warning hadn't been the usual Shinola. Perhaps the Chinese had indeed crossed the Yalu River and entered the war. In any event, that was Dog's problem, at least for the time being, and as Fox emerged from the north end of the tunnel and into the dusk, the sheer hills on either side of the company loomed high and tight. It was a good place to call a halt, and the outfit's enigmatic commander, Captain Elmer Zorn, decided to bed down the column for the night. One of the actions that had Zorn's men often glancing at him warily was calling.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?